Welcome back to another Advance Wars by Web replay review. And today I learned that I have been playing Advance Wars completely wrong because it turns out the only units you need are infantry and tanks and neo-tanks because those are the only units that got built on this map. It was crazy. This match was on the Global League between Surthgv, I don't know how you pronounce that. There's no vowels in there. I'm not trying to make fun of this guy's name. I just have zero idea how you say that. And Hampelman. This guy is rated at 1500 and Hampelman is rated 1300. So clearly they are very good at Advanced Wars by Web. So when they only build infantry and tanks, it's teaching me that I should do the same thing. Maybe that's the meta on this map. Maybe this is just only build infantry and tanks on this map. I have no idea. But the beginning proceeds how you would expect. You see just normal expansion here. Nothing out of the ordinary. Tank comes out from here. Okay. This is blue strong side, and this is red strong side. So generally what happens is both players try to attack, and then the HQ and then the comm tower come under fire pretty early, and then whichever side, whichever attack is stronger usually wins. That's what I've seen on this map. I've played 4 or 5 games on this map, and I think I've won all of them. I'm not trying to brag, I think I've lost one maybe? I don't know. But one of them, my opponent had a really, really early resignation, and they might have just had stuff in their life going on where they couldn't play anymore, so they just resigned to not time out and not waste time, which is the sportsmanlike thing to do, and I think everyone appreciates that. But that definitely makes me an expert on this because I've won a couple 800 elo games on this map, more than one game. Okay. So this is something that I don't do, but I see a lot of high-level players do that I probably should do, and that is getting interrupts and trading infantry kills for damage on higher vehicles like this. So blue is going to put the tank on the city and take a shot there to kill the infantry. However, the tank is going to get blasted right back. Now, it is on a city. It gets that extra defense, but there's another tank right there. So it's not like, you're long-term winning that until you build more tanks. But no, even if a tank does get built, it's just not going to reach fast enough because you still fight right here on this city. So, because that other tank is right there. So, blue is going to take some damage on that tank, but it was traded for an infantry kill. So, there's that. Another thing is going to be over here in a minute, so we're going to get there. And it's good to learn from these games because it's totally different than how I would play this. So I'm learning because I'm at the peak of Mount Stupid when it comes to this game. I am 0% an expert, right? I know just enough to think I'm good at this game when I really just don't know what I don't know, and there's a lot of nuances that I really have no idea, and that's why every time I play someone who's 1100, I just get clapped. But also been playing a bunch of Smurfs around 1000. I'm playing one alt who can only use female CEOs, which I can accept that. These meme alts, Grim Guy and the guy who plays Adder, I think his name is Tesla 246 or 346 or something like that. Okay, you're making it all, but you're putting restrictions on it. But I'm playing one guy on 2 different alts simultaneously, and I'm not sure if there's any restrictions. This guy just created his account a month ago, and he's 12-0. And sure, dude. Oh my gosh, that's infuriating, and I will die on that hill. Okay, so tank goes in and picks up this infantry and gets this city down to 3 HP on the city. So if this tank were to take this shot right here, then the city goes through. But something curious is going to happen. He's going to actually shoot the infantry instead of the tank. So he's allowing the tank to come take a city shot on him. So that's like going to be a 5-8 or something like that. Really good engagement for blue, but he does that to stop the city. And I've noticed a lot of like 13, 14, 1500 level players do this. And it's like getting cities is more important than getting good engagements. And I think that's just because of like the nature of higher elo play. In lower elo play, I've learned that getting good engagements is more important because people are more likely to just leave units hanging. They're more likely to just leave like hang cities that you can have weasel infantry come and take. They're more likely to overcommit. Whereas these higher level players, they're not likely to do that. They're like smart enough to like get the cities that they can get and then pull back and then just like hold on and like squeeze the juice out of the smallest of advantages. So it is very interesting. Like if this was one of my games, I definitely would just let that city go through and shoot the tank and then just hope I can win these engagements. But clearly I am learning something that maybe I've been playing Advance Wars all wrong. The other thing I'm learning is that who needs artillery? Who needs airports and comm towers? No black boat was built to get the airport. They've just only been building tanks. No artillery, no air units, just only tanks. So maybe I'm just doing everything wrong. But yeah, here's this shot, 5-8. Nice little mountain interrupt there. Also a good shot. This 6 goes back to get healed. So maybe that's another reason like blue went for that interrupt or went for that infantry shot over here. Because blue knew that they could just bring this tank all the way back and get healed and it can just like reinforce. Because like this line is pretty contested. And as long as like red doesn't get it, then blue's probably fine with that. Just trade a couple damage that they will heal back off. And like them denying red the city is worth like their repair costs and such. But I don't know. I'm so bad at this game. Like I shouldn't even be making videos. Like thank you all for subscribing and commenting. But I am like El Garbo at this game. My only quality win is beating Bangs. And so I'll take that to the bank. But my Advance Wars career is not anything like super impressive. Okay, so now back to blue. Both sides getting their cities and their territory. Okay, that's a free shot right there. What was that tank doing last turn? Was he just... Oh, he finished off that infantry. Okay, so yeah, he traded off that infantry kill to for some damage on the tank. So yeah, it's just another thing right there. And I think that could be like a unit count thing. Like let's just make sure that this infantry dies so I can just not worry about it. Not worry about these weak, low HP infantry just blocking or getting healed or something. And also, like, those low HP infantry are good for, like, join caps. Okay, those cities get turned. Blue did not go for the interrupt here. Probably figured that if that did happen, it's just open season with all the tanks that are over here. But blue elected to not go for that. And now red goes in for this interrupt here and puts these tanks over here on standby. And now... back to blue. Notice who needs comm towers? Who needs airports? What's an airport? Like, there's no transport. No, this is being uncaptured. This is so weird. Maybe these guys, like, I mean, this is a global league game, right? It's not like a custom game where they're like, hey, like, let's do a challenge where we only build infantry and tanks. Or maybe they did that in the messages of their game, like they like did some kind of like handshake agreement to not go for these or something, I wouldn't put it past them, but like, I mean, I don't know. these players, obviously, but that is within the realm of possibility. Is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so now blue kills that infantry and puts a tank on the city for the nice terrain. But here's the problem. Red almost has side slip. And with the side slip, 10% extra attack from popping the power plus the comm tower, it's a guaranteed 2-shot on this tank on the city. And that's what happens here. Nice little 6-7. But here comes the side slip. That tank is gone. And now this city is a nice little spot for a tank to attack from. With the extra movement, this infantry can get picked up. And this tank can get picked up. So really good find by red. Now red goes for this city. And this is something I learned from watching videos and watching some of these higher level games, is that when you attack, it's always good to like sneak a little weasel infantry and start taking cities. So they either have to interrupt the cap or they have to kill your units. And like it's just like you're overwhelming blue with all these like different threats. And blue can't possibly respond to all of them because blue has finite units. So good shots there, knocking that tank down to 2. Gonna take a good 8-4 shot right there. Interrupt. And red is up 1 city, about to be up 3 when this gets flipped. Tank goes back to cover the comm tower. And red retreats over here. This is red's weak side. I don't know if I mentioned that. I probably have. Bang, nice little 1-shot. This city gets flipped, or captured, so now we're even. Tank sacrifice itself for some charge, and also bring that 9 HP tank to finish off the 4. Nice shot hitting that 7 HP tank, and here comes the Sidewinder. Blue pops the rare adder Sidewinder, and look at this. This tank with the extra movement hits that infantry. Nice pick up there, and with using all that movement, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to get this nice shot on that tank, knock it down to 3, and look at this with the extra Sidewinder movement, can interrupt his own cap right here. Bang, kills the 1, so now he's able to interrupt the. First he attacks here. He could interrupt from the mountain with this infantry, I think. Nope, he decides to do that for a point of damage. That does not make sense to me. Could you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and interrupt that from the mountain? That seems like the play. I don't understand why blue would take this shot right here. You know, you don't need charge. Knocking that thing down to 2, like, it's better than it being at a 3. But I would think it would be better to take this interrupt, even though this guy would inevitably die next turn. Like, you do save that city for another turn. More tanks come to reinforce. Now blue starts this city, which is covered by some tanks. And this tank too would be covering it. Look at that movement with the Sidewinder. I think movement powers are some of my favorite in the game, to be honest. I think it's for someone like me who's terrible at macro but good at micro. Like, movement powers do make the game, it's a lot more conducive to my play style. Okay, so now red is going to start this, interrupt there. That makes a lot of sense. And let's only build tanks. 3 tanks come out from adder. What's an airport? What's a comm tower? Like, what's a black boat? Like, what is going on? Nice little join there. Okay, join back up to 9. That's good. Gonna block with the infantry. That's smart. And right now, red is behind on units by 1, but up on value because those infantry kills that blue has gotten. Blue is now gonna try and sneak on this undefended comm tower right here, and nice infantry pickup there. Good block by the blobs. More territory being taken by blue, and now blue is shifting over here to the blue stopped red's attack over here. Now blue shifts over here to attack red's HQ, the comm tower, and red's weak side. So these tanks go over here. Nice little horizontal line there, so it'll be hard for red to break through that. And retreats down here. And this is something I've noticed, like you attack on one side, you retreat on the other, because it's really hard to win all sides of the map at the same time. And from blue, we have 3 tanks right here as well. No artillery build. No medium tank build. It's only tanks. Only tanks and infantry. Okay, so now red is going to try and get some shots right here. All the infantry get weakened, which will help red not get stuff captured. Red retreats over here as well, because red is going to try and sneak onto blue's comm tower as well. And this infantry is going to defend the comm tower. The tanks kind of sit in this formation, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tanks in this vicinity right here. This tank is kind of number 12, but it's just reinforcements. And you have this tank right here, and this tank that can shift over. And blue has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this area, 6, 7, 8, 9 can go over here. Just so many tanks. Okay, blue flips the city. Now we're back even on cities. Gonna do some joining. Gonna shoot some infantry. Bang, nice little one shot there. Tanks move up. This infantry goes here to just be a blocker and a nuisance. Another infantry blocker. And this infantry is gonna sneak onto this city right here. Not going on the comm tower. I don't know whether comm towers are better than cities, but I feel like comm towers, like psychologically, especially at lower level, are a bigger deal. Because it's like, oh no, he's taking the comm tower, because you have like one comm tower and 20 cities. So if they get one city, it's like, you know. But if they get your comm tower, it's like, no, my comm tower. It's like when a dog dies in a movie. No. How could you do that to the dog? How could you take my comm tower? Okay, so now red is going in. Bang, bang, taking some shots at infantry. Weakens all these infantry. Every infantry getting weakened. So now blue just has their capture ability is reduced a lot. And red's got a nice big fat wall of tanks here. The Great Wall of Tanks. Oh, by the way, no medium tanks. And we have the first and neo tank of the match. No artillery. No air units, no transports to get infantry to take these to make air units. And we have this nice little T formation with the tanks. And now let's see what blue's got. Blue retreats the tank, takes a nice shot here, retreats some infantry, takes some more shots, and we're just gonna fight right here in this area. Blue is going in. This is blue's strong side, so might as well, right? We have two lines of tanks. This looks like American football with like the line of scrimmage right here, just right next to each other. Also kind of looks like a rugby scrum too, because you have like the front lines, and then these guys are ready to come and fill in. Did I say rugby scrimmage or rugby scrum? I don't know too much about rugby, but like you have the scrum. There's like two lines line up. And then the scrum half throws the ball in the middle, and then they try to kick it back to the fly half, who's kind of like the quarterback in rugby, and they just kick the ball around. I don't know too much about rugby. I've watched like one rugby game, and I thought I knew the rules, and then watching that game made me realize I do not know the rules. Okay, so now red is gonna go in. Bang, bang. Nice little tank pickup there. Trade, and here comes the Sidewinder from red, and look at this. The Neo tank can now reach. Easy one shot, and this tank goes, hits over here. Oh, we also saw a response Neo tank. These tanks go in. That's a dead tank, and this line of scrimmage is just getting obliterated by red right now. Red fully goes in, and blue's forces are decimated. Red also goes in over here. Ooh, nice shot, knocking that tank down from 4 to 2, and now we have blue's turn, and blue resigns. Let's take a look at the stats. So red built 21 infantry, 21 tanks, and 1 Neo tank. 13 deaths, 11 infantries, 2 tanks, and 13 kills. 4 infantries, 9 tanks. So these guys are rated 1500 and 1300. So I think this game goes to show you that you should only build infantry and tanks, just like me playing on the DS. Only building infantry and tanks. This game was wild, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.